Hey everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be me reviewing 4 new high-end mascaras. I've been putting them to the test for the last couple of weeks. They were sent to me as PR, but you're going to see it doesn't change anything in my reviews. And as always, I'm going to be putting close-ups of what they look like on my lashes, because just because I like one look doesn't mean you will like that look. And I'm also going to be just giving you the review because I've been putting them to the test for the last couple of weeks and I have some opinions. Let's start with the new Nars mascara. This one is called the Climax mascara. Nars and their sexual names. Let's start with the positive. I love the packaging. How gorgeous is this? I feel like it's super eye-catching. It just makes me want to use it. And yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, there were no Climax here. This big natural bristle brush did nothing for my lashes. I always say that like a $1 mascara, it's pretty much the effect that it gives me. Like no length, no curl, no volume. And after a couple of hours, it was all over my face. So much fallouts. It was kind of ridiculous. I just really did not get along with this mascara. You're gonna see it in the close-up. It just did nothing for me. And I do feel like I have pretty good lashes in the sense that they are pretty long. They aren't really curl natural, they're pretty straight, but in those reviews, I don't want to curl my lashes because I want to be able to show you what the mascara does on its own, because it's not everyone that will curl their lashes. And if you do it, then it might help, obviously, with any of those mascaras. However, this just didn't do it for me. Nothing positive to say about it except for the packaging. The packaging is amazing. I definitely really wanted to love this because Nars is one of my favorite brands. I love their cheeks and lip products. I've raved about them a lot in the past, but this is my second mascara by them, and in both times I was just really disappointed. So unfortunately, this is a miss for me. Second mascara I'm going to be talking about is the new Hourglass one, which I feel like a lot of people have been talking about. This one is the Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, and again, great packaging, obviously gold. It has like a substantial weight to it. Definitely feels fancy, but I feel like usually high-end definitely has really great packaging. And this one has more of a cone-shaped brush, as you can see, and it is plastic bristles, which generally speaking, I feel like they do a better job to like lift my lashes because they're a bit stiffer. And this mascara claims to do like a little bit of everything, basically give you a lift, some length, some curl. And in my opinion, it might not be the most dramatic mascara I've tried, but I do think it's very defining. You're gonna be able to see in the close-up that my lashes are very much separated, lengthened, and they are curled and there's some volume going on. But on me, in my opinion, it's more of a everyday mascara. It's really great. And usually my criteria when I review a mascara is, would I be okay only using this mascara for the next 3 months or something? And the answer is obviously yes. I don't think it's a new holy grail mascara, but I really like how much the formula really grips my lashes. It almost feels like it's a bit dry without being dry, just because it really sticks to lashes and it doesn't become clumpy. So I completely understand why people enjoy this mascara, but like I said, it's a really solid one, but not necessarily a holy grail for me. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this or will. When I remove this with my cleansing balm, it burns my eyes, but whenever I remove it with just micellar water, I don't have that issue. So I really don't know what's going on with this one, but I just thought I would throw it out there. Next one, I believe, would be my favorite one, and it is the new YSL one. This one is called the Mascara Volume Effect Focil The Curler. Let's just go with the curler. Again, lovely packaging. YSL obviously always has a really lovely one, and this one is pink too. And the brush is probably my favorite in all of the ones right here because it has that curl, and again, it's a plastic bristle brush, and I feel like just really helps lifting the lashes. And this one, the curler, you can kind of imagine, it claims to give you a curl, but it also claims to give you some volume, and I feel like it's more lengthening and curling than volumizing on me. I usually tend to look what the mascara claims and then kind of give you my opinion on it, because I can't really complain if a mascara claims to be lengthening and then I complain that there's no volume, you know what I mean? But yeah, in my opinion, they should have claimed that this was lengthening more than volumizing, because that's the effect that I notice on my lashes, which again, you can see from the close-up. And the best way of describing it, it's also a kind of everyday looking mascara for me, but it gives me the illusion of like really fluttery, soft lashes. And you know when people get like really not overly long eyelash extension? They just have that really look of like fullness at the base and just looking curled and fluffy. Well, this is the look it gives me. I'm not sure how well it's going to be translating in the close-up, but this has been my everyday mascara in the last couple of days because of how it looks. I just really enjoy it, and definitely is my favorite out of the four. However, the negative thing about this one is there's perfume in it, which I'm always super confused. Who would want perfume in their mascara? It's close to the eyes. It's like, it's an accident waiting to happen. And to be honest, at the end of the day, it didn't bother me because my eyes weren't reacting to it even whenever I would remove the mascara. So I guess it doesn't really matter, and I couldn't smell it throughout the day because I remember, was it a Rimmel mascara that smelled like cucumbers? I could smell it throughout the whole day, which was really annoying. So yeah, I wish there weren't any perfume in it, but it didn't end up bothering me. I really have to put my nose to it to remind myself that it does have perfume, but yeah, still my favorite 1 out of 4. And then last but not least, I tried this new BareMinerals mascara. This is the Lashtopia mascara, and they say mega volume mineral based mascara, and I did not see mega volume. I didn't even see volume. This was slightly better than the Nars one. It's very, very natural. However, my problem with it is the brush. As you can see, it's a big, fluffy, natural bristle brush. And it reminded me of an issue I experienced a lot with some of the Essence mascara. If you haven't seen it, I did a full video about like 15 or something mascaras from Essence. And quite a few of them had those big brushes. And you'll see in a close-up, there is more mascara on my lid than my lashes. And maybe it's partially my fault. That's totally possible. However, I kind of don't want that for my mascara, and I don't want to have to be super careful in the morning. It's 6 a.m. I don't want to be like super careful and having to clean up everything all the time. And I just didn't feel like I was doing that much for my lashes to begin with. So unfortunately, this is also a dud for me. So that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed these 4 quick reviews on these brand new high-end mascaras. Let me know in the comment section if you have tried any of these and what you thought of them. Are they a miss? Are they a hit for you? Also, let me know in the comment section your favorite high-end mascaras, because I'm always curious to know what people like, because currently I'm wearing my favorite combo, which I should have mentioned in the beginning. It's the Lancôme Monsieur Big mascara and the Benefit Roller Lash. This is what I'm wearing on my lashes. I feel like it's a really winning combo for me. So if you were wondering, this is what I've been wearing during the video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos and to click the bell button. I will be putting on the screen other mascara videos I've done. I recommend you check out, especially if you want to see more reviews from drugstore mascaras, because I've done a ton of them. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.